and another. So Pirate Borg is a game that is.
Now, is it a board game or is it a role play?
Pirate Borg is a role playing game made by a local guy, Luke Stratton, and he has just made just this incredible book, and it is hands down the best pirate role playing game out there.
Okay.
And
he's local than this the creator of this game.
Yes.
Oh, so you need to get him here.
So right. Yeah, that needs to happen, Luke, if you're listening. So,
there you go. Shout out Luke.
I will be doing the Sinking of Cathagan. This adventure it's a great little like brochure sized adventure.
As he turns the pages and stuff. Hey, remember everybody, if you'd like to call in and collaborate with us during the show, you can do that by calling 720-619-0627. Phone lines are open.
Thank you so much. So as you will see, for those who are watching this podcast
or tuning in at this moment.
Yes, tuning in at this very moment. So Luke Stratton is quite an artist.
Holy crap.
And he drew this incredible map that is used in this adventure. And so that's like the actual map. And then the other side is just so much details. So very many details. And
do you think that's the reason why you like these board games so much? It's not necessarily like the gameplay. It's you're infatuated with like the details that the artist or that the game person that creates a game they get into it.
And that very well could be. I mean, because funny thing is that Pirate Borg is actually a hack of another role-playing game, Morkborg. And what's pretty cool just about like these games for creatives and for people, like who are avid writers, is that they've made a very generous open gaming license. So basically like they've made it very easy for creatives to write more content, like for their game, and using their rules to make other games, and so there is a Pirate Borg and Cyborg and Morkborg and Ragnaborg, which is like a Viking, take on it. And it's just cool to just see what people are doing, what kind of, yarns they're, are spinning out of these rule sets. So yeah, that certainly is part of the intrigue for me, for sure. And all of these games are, cooperative and such, and in fact, this game that we're going to be going over today is another local guy. This guy is out of Boulder, and he made Ravine. And so Ravine was made by Matthew Sisson and is published by Timber and Bolt. And it is a strategic co-op survival card game where you have survived the plane crash, but will you survive the night?
Okay. And not to interrupt, but for people that are just tuning in, maybe they're not familiar with this, but can you kind of describe what the difference between role play games and board games are? And is there any other type of games that we might not know about?
Oh, yeah. So role playing games tend to be very much like they tend to be Trying to
kind of like third person, like you're doing a play. You're doing a play or like a high school play or something that's kind of role playing, right?
Yeah, it's guided make believe,
right?
And it is really, it's really just like cooperative storytelling, really.
Okay.
And it's it tends to be, just rules light and role play heavy.
Okay.
And so
and it's always funner to find somebody that can do like voices and impersonations.
There certainly is that aspect of it. I mean, it's a lot of fun playing with a lot of actors.
Okay.
But not by no means necessary. But encouraged.
Right. So. Okay.
And I suppose, like to an extent, like there's an aspect of role play and maybe all board games, or maybe all games and maybe all play, but so Ravine is a cooperative survival board game, or I suppose card game is best to put it. So you are all just passengers who have survived a plane crash, and you are just kind of like waiting it out, and just waiting for rescue to come, basically. And so you start off the game with each person being given a flight ticket, basically. Now, you might actually need to Google this because I'm actually rather curious myself. But because all of these plane tickets have Denver to Peking. Now, I don't know if Denver has a flight to Peking. I mean, now, maybe connected flights, I'm sure, but
doesn't matter what year though, because for example, the reason why I asked that is because there's some airlines that was around back in the 90s and they're not around anymore, kind of like TWA.
Yeah, right. So this game came out in 2017.
Okay.
It was a Kickstarter, and
all right, so I'm not gonna worry too much about that. All right, so we want to find out what's the name of it.
So it's so the game is Ravine, but I was just curious if there is a flight, from Denver to Peking, China. I don't think that there is, but I don't know, maybe DIA could impress me right now. So because I would be just really,
I'm sure I spelled it wrong. I'm sure of it.
So, so along this flight,
and I'm guessing it's not Beijing, right? It's Peking.
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 Yes. Peking. Yeah. I'm just curious myself. But yeah, so along this flight to China, which I imagine would be a ridiculously long flight coming from Denver,
But it says there are no direct flights. Yeah. There's connecting flights.
Okay.
Which, to be honest with you, like, I mean, I went to Australia, so I know that you have to have a layover to fuel up. So I don't think it's realistic to have, you're making a joke. And I'm just catching it too. So anybody that, is laughing, go ahead and laugh at me too.
So I'm going to, So email this creator of Ravine and say, hey, I'm not sure there's a flight from Denver to Peking. And let them know how you feel about that. I don't know. Maybe you want a flight to Peking, from Denver. I mean, I don't know.
Might not even be possible, to be honest with you.
So,
because I know that. All right. So when I It was different when I went to Australia, but when we went to Russia, we went from here to Los Angeles X. I think it was Los Angeles X. Maybe it was New York. Maybe I'm going to a whole. No, we went from Denver to Germany and then Germany to Russia. I thought it was going to be like this long ass flight. It was not that long. It was longer to Australia. Australia literally took like 22 hours, man. Because I left here from, I believe it was Denver to, I want to say Amsterdam, and then Amsterdam to Japan, and then from Japan to Australia.
Wow. Yeah, I think perhaps the longest flight that I took was was to Germany. I think. Yeah, I haven't ventured much further than that for sure. But so, upon like your crash, then each player is going to get their little ticket, and on the ticket is going to be an item, and its effect and its use, or how many uses. And so there's so you got your tickets for all these fine folks, and then everybody is going to be given 6 like heart tokens, and these heart tokens, you start off with 3 hearts, and then the other 3, shake them up. All right.
I was going to say, careful with that.
Yep. And
would it be easier for the headset rather than the mic? Just wondering for you.
What's that?
Would it be easier for the headset rather than the mic, or you like the mic?
Oh, I like the mic.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably should think about a headset in the future for sure. And, so, all right. So then this would mean that this person has 5 out of 6 hearts, which ain't bad, because you could wind up with 3 out of 6 hearts. And so this is kind of like your life during the course of the game. And so I think what we're going to do here, I'm kind of seeing like if this is even going to be possible.
Well, yeah. Is there something I can do to help make it possible?
No, this is fine. This is fine. So, all right. Yeah, so we're gonna play this game.
While he's doing that, ladies and gentlemen, let me just tell you that we have a huge supporters, and we just want to take this moment real quick while he's setting things up. We want to give a huge shout out to Jersey Mike's and Dunkin' Donuts. Every Wednesday at 6 a.m. sharp for the last 2 years, not only has Jersey Mike's and Dunkin' Donuts supplied our veterans with breakfast, they've supplied the stuff for the skydiving, and just, I mean, you name it, they've done it, and we just want to say we really appreciate that, and they continue to help us. We also want to say we appreciate our contributions from ML Gratitude for what they do for our veterans. Every year, Military Broadcast Radio gets an opportunity to nominate a veteran to win, or I should say, to receive a motorcycle. You could be in that category as well. Go ahead, Lucas. I was just giving some
that's
B-roll.
great. Thank you. Yes, and all of those things I have participated in, and benefited from, and I very much appreciate, all that has been been given to, and just supporting the station. So, so I appreciate it, and it's how I'm able to, to continue, doing this very thing for you all, and so I greatly appreciate it. And so we are going to just do a little 3-player game here, and um and Joel, you'll just if you could just I don't know, perhaps help me with some of the decisions. But
Yeah.
so uh so now on this island, we've got like these 3 players, and they have like a little campfire, and the campfire. During the day is
Mhm.
when these players will forage, and during the evening, then bad things can happen.
Thanks.
And so we want to, try to mitigate, like these bad things, as best as we can.
Do you remember that TV show back in the 90s? We're Generation X. Remember that it wasn't a TV show, it was like an ad for the NFL where the referee would come out and he was like, "Man, bad things. Bad things." Do you remember that?
I do not.
Really?
I'm
He did one of them with LT, guys, I forget his name, but you know what? Everybody knew him as LT.
Lawrence Taylor.
Yes. You know, they'd show him like popping somebody, and he'd be like, "Bad things, man, bad things."
No, I don't. I'll have to check it out. Oh, so, all right. So we've got So we got 3 players here, and we have a campfire, and and we think that rescue is maybe going to take about like 10 days or so, and so we just have to last. And so so then all of these folks are going to forage, and to forage it then they spend a heart. Now so as you can see, we've got one guy who's got 6 hearts, and one who has 3 hearts, and another one who has 4 hearts. Now what we want to do is we want to be able to um we want everybody to make it. We want everybody to make it, like to the end of this thing. And
do we really want to?
I mean, ideally. I mean, it doesn't say, like how good of a person, either of these people are, so I don't know. But so now to make a fire, then we need wood, and we've got no wood. And so I think it's probably a good idea for this person who has 6 hearts then to maybe forage quite a bit. And so they're going to spend 2 hearts, and they're going to get 2 forage cards. And all right. So it looks like they have found some wood and a dandelion. So a dandelion gives somebody 1 heart. And I think this person that has the 4 hearts, I think they are going to forge 1, and we aren't going to use. So there is inadvertently some little expansion cards in here. So there's also a great expansion for this game. For when you've played this game a few times, then it's great to incorporate like some of those cards into the game. And so, all right, so we have a couple of pieces of wood and a dandelion, And I think, our person who's struggling with 3 hearts is going to eat this here dandelion. And so, and now we've got some wood to work with here. And so,
did somebody say wood?
So we can fire up the old campfire then. And so now we got a nice roaring fire, which may help us during the evening. So then when we go to the evening, now then we got, I love these cards. Some of them are hilarious. And I
have messages on them.
Yeah.
We so need to go on break. I just saw that, dude.
Oh, okay.
We so need to go on a break. When we come back from break, what are we gonna do?
So then we are going to find out what happens during the first evening of the Ravine.
So whatever you do, stay with us. Don't go away. You listen to the Aries Brood show right here on the station that's letting your veterans be heard. NBR.
I pledge my allegiance to her, from sea to shining sea. She held her torch to the sky to give the world liberty. What about us? What about we? What about living the American dream? What about love? In God we trust. These are the things they want us all to believe. What about us? What about we, the people? What about us? What about we, the people? The people walk through the streets, holding up protest signs. Try not to repeat our history. Maybe no one will have to die. What about us? What about we? What about living the American dream? And what about hope? Trust God, let go. These are the phrases they want us to believe. What about us? What about we, the people? What about us? What about we, the people? And right now we need a hero, someone who will stand and fight for us. A leader, someone we all know, to wear the shield of America. Oh, what about we, the people? What about us? What about we, the people?
The station where our veterans' voices are heard, MBR Talk. program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
All right, welcome back. So we have just come upon our first evening in the Ravine, and we have stumbled upon a mangled beverage cart from the crash, and it's full of tiny bottles of alcohol. Big score. So all players recover 1 heart, and fire boosts this effect by 1. So everybody gets 2 hearts, which is amazing. So now we've got 2 players now who are up to full hearts, and our person who was struggling with 3 hearts is now full. So beverage cart from the plane was amazing and helped us all out, and that was a great find on the first evening. So then we wake up in the morning and our campfire is out, and so now we have to decide what's next. Well, so now that everybody's like nearly up to full life, then we're sitting pretty, and so I think we're going to do a whole lot of foraging. Now remember that when we forage, 1 card equals 1 heart. So each one of these folks, you know what, actually, so 2 of the players are going to forage for 2, and one of these characters is going to forage for 1. So we're going to get 5 cards altogether. And so what's great about this game is there's no turns to keep track of, and everybody can really like share their stuff, as as much as they want to. Now you can be a douchebag and you can, like keep, all the stuff that you find to yourself. But then, you just know that, down the line, that's probably not going to fare too well for you, because you all need to like work together to survive. Because sometimes you might find some stuff and the other person might not. And so it's I'll scratch your back and you scratch mine, kind of thing. And so we now have, let's see here, we've got 2 pieces of wood, we've got some stone, and we have a wild parsnip, a rabbit, and some mushrooms. And so we are going to get 4 hearts from our nice little haul. And everybody, let's see, we can look at what we've got here. And I think we're going to kind of keep these, we're going to keep our food, to ourselves. And
well, that really helped well with Oregon Trail, so
right?
let's be sure that we're not too greedy.
Right. Now, and what's also great about this game is that the difficulty scales really nicely, in that if you want a harder game, then you just give yourself more night cards. And so I have given us 12 night cards, which is the normal amount. So really, that you're just going to have 12 turns. So we're going to spend a wood here to fire up the old fire, and let's see what's in store for us for the next evening. So the next evening, we have to worry about the wind. Furious gusts of wind tear branches from the trees as if pursuing an ancient grudge. Unsheltered players lose 1 heart and all fiber is lost. So we have collected no fiber, so we did not lose any fiber, but we are all unsheltered, so we all lose 1 heart. So far, so now we're back down to like all of our players now have 3 hearts, and we're struggling. We're struggling. So then we wake up in the morning, and the wind has gusted our fire down to embers, and we are and so we're sitting with 4 hearts here, and I think we might as well eat them. I don't know. So we're gonna spread it around. Everybody's gonna eat nicely, and then we're going to start foraging. And everybody has to forage at the same time. So basically, like, you just decide, okay, who's going to forage? And then everybody says, I'll forage, and I'm not going to forage, or whatever. And so in this event, we're going to have 1 person forage for 2. And let's see what they find. So they find some currants. Now, I imagine they're berries of some sort. I don't know, currants. And a chanterelle, which I imagine some kind of mushroom. Delightfully fragrant chanterelle, it says. So we've got 3 hearts. So we'll keep those in our pocket, and let's move on to the evening. So this is the 3rd night. More wind. It howls through the trees, and it chills you to your very marrow. Unsheltered players lose 1 heart. We need to find some shelter. And so we all lose a heart. Now, where do we find shelter? So everyone has these all players have like this little crafting guide, basically, and this crafting guide will just tell you that that you need a wood and a stone to make a spear, and that shelters can be made with 3 wood, 3 wood and 2 fiber, I believe. And so you just need all of these ingredients, to make various things for yourself. And if you have 2 fiber, then you can even build a basket, and a basket will let you forage for twice as much. So you've got to, just share, what you're finding. And obviously, the more that you forage, then the more that you might find, and then you're able to make things that will help you to, weather the storm, and I don't know, hopefully find us some shelter. Like, we haven't found shelter yet, and we have been hammered by this wind. So we are going to,
maybe I should do like sound effects. Maybe we need a board just for this game, because I thought a bad win. I could just
right. So then, yeah, we've got 3 hearts sitting around here, so we're gonna eat them. Okay. So those get eaten. Okay, and let's see. I think we're gonna forage. So, so then I think each person's gonna forage for 1. So then that will give us 3 cards, and we've got minnows and wood and fiber. Okay, so we're gonna spend a wood to fire up the old firing the little fireplace here, and we've got 2 minnows. I think we're gonna spread these minnows around. Now, it gets a little interesting when you're playing with 6 players. If you're playing with 6 players, then obviously you've got more hearts, which is great. But then you've also got more mouths to feed. And so you need more people, you need more food, to kind of, keep everybody's spirits up. So, so we still don't have like enough materials to buy or to assemble a shelter. So then what we're gonna do is I think we're just gonna have to see what happens during the night. So the next night, the owl. An owl takes roost over your camp.
Woo, woo,
And for some reason, everyone feels a lot better. All players recover 1 heart. Well, isn't that pleasant? So everybody gets a heart. Fantastic. All right, and then we wake up and our fire is in embers again, and so I think these guys that were so encouraged by the evening, I think they're going to be the ones that forage. So I think they're gonna forage big. So both of them are going to spend 2 hearts to forage. So we're going to get 4 cards.
Oh.
2, 3, and a 4. All right. So we've got a whole lot of fiber and some pine nuts and berries. So we have 3 hearts of food, which I think
he said nuts.
which are delicious and nutritious, it says. All right, so 3 hearts. So I think we're gonna spread it among the group. So 1 heart all around to all of the players here. And so now we've got just like a whole lot of materials. So we have 3 fiber and 1 wood. And this one. All right. All right. Yep. So a spear requires 1 wood and 1 stone. A basket requires 1 wood and 2 fiber. And shelter is 2 wood, 2 stone, and 2 fiber. So we need some stone. So we need 1 more stone, and then we will be able to make a shelter. But right now we're kind of screwed. So hopefully we can build a shelter at some point. So we are going to see what the night has to offer, and it is a deer. So the deer, wounded, it limps into camp and collapses. You're too hungry to wonder what happened. All players recover 3 hearts. We just devoured this deer that wandered into camp. And so we are going to recover 3. We have been very fortuitous so now we are up to full hearts for the first time in the game. And so all players then are doing great. And yeah, I think we're going to do some major foraging like this here, this next turn. And I don't know, should we start a fire? We do want to be able to make a shelter eventually, but I think,
is it going to rain?
It's very possible. You never know.
So that's the thing. Like
that is the thing.
We have limited. Like when we do that, how are they starting the fire? Are they starting it with matches? Or are they starting it with like a twindle turner? Or?
Is that what it's called?
I have no idea.
I'm
just making
no, I think they're rubbing two sticks together.
Okay.
They're
all right. So if they're rubbing two sticks together, the thing that I would do is like, when do you start a fire? You start a fire around like 5-6 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
What I would do is I would look up in the sky, and if you see stars, start a fire. But if you don't see stars, I would try to suck it up, because if you don't see stars, there's a good chance it's going to rain.
Right. Well, yeah. So far, I mean, like we've had pretty good luck. I mean,
Right.
like, we've gotten like this deer that just walked in, and collapsed, and we devoured it. And so our stomachs are full, and we've done pretty well for ourselves. We haven't run, we ran into some wind.
Right.
But that's been
wind's
about the worst.
Wind's not too bad. Like,
yeah,
there's ways that you can get away with wind, but like rain, rain can really screw up your day. Or when it gets cold. When it gets cold, it can really screw up your day.
I will take extreme heat over cold any day of the week.
Oh, so for real, dude. Like, I remember when I was standing in front of Connex in Germany, and I thought to myself, freezing my butt off or sweating my balls off, which one would I rather? And I thought about it, and I'm like, I think I'd rather sweat, because at least when you sweat, you can take layers off. You can take layers of clothes. When you're cold, dude, it's like you can't put enough layers on, and you get like, they tell you, those Gore-Tex gloves, they'll keep you warm. Bullshit.
Right.
Right.
So, all right. Well, so I think we are going to take another break before we hit the next evening. So come back and see if we make it through the night.
You're listening to the Aries Brood Podcast show right here on the station that is letting our veterans be heard, NBR. Up next is David Bray, the Star Spangled Banner.
station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
I think that's got to be perhaps like my favorite like incarnation or so, of
See, I did it
of our
too.
anthem.
I love the rendition.
It's amazing.
And what's so amazing, man, is like he lives around here.
Oh, right on.
He lives around here, and he does a lot of things for a lot of veterans. And he's a veteran himself, And I'm telling you, when you find somebody that's doing stuff to help veterans and go out of their way to do stuff for veterans, and themselves are veterans, those are real heroes, dude. Those are real heroes,
Right.
There's so many people out there that are worried about, hey, I got mine, kind of thing. But what's the one thing that we learned while we was in the military? The very first thing, when it came to chow, everybody eats before we do. Everybody eats before we do.
Yeah, never leave a man behind.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, David Bray. That is David Bray.
David Bray.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah. Well, he's welcome at my game table any day of the week. So, all right. So, night falls, and let's see what happens to our fateful trio here. The bugs, they're out for blood. All players lose 1 heart, and fire cancels this event, but we didn't make a fire. So our little group got eaten alive by some bugs. Man,
I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that.
Hate bugs.
I didn't even think about that.
I mean,
well, shit. That's shit. Didn't even think about that. What kind of bugs were they? Like locusts or something?
Maybe it's like those. I hope they weren't mosquitoes. God, I hate mosquitoes.
Gnats.
No, gnats are annoying.
Yeah.
Those no-see-ums. But the thing is, those that they don't really like eat you alive. I mean, I suppose they can like leave some little pock marks, maybe. I don't know, but I don't know. But these bugs messed us up. So, all right. So our crew here, we have 3 hearts.
Probably
each.
Japanese ticks.
There you go. Japanese ticks. All right. So our crew's got 3 hearts each.
Okay.
And we need to forage. Maybe have everybody forage for 1. Maybe, I don't know. So this leaves 2 hearts for each one of our little passengers here. All right. So we've found a stone, wood. All right. So we've got a boatload of materials here, and oh God, I think. Oh, so we do have enough for a shelter now, and the shelter would be able, and also like it's permanent. Whereas, unless the card says otherwise, there can be some things that happen. So
yeah, we don't want to get eaten by insects again,
right? All right, yeah. Let's build a little shelter. I think,
okay, so yeah, we're going to build shelter, and next time that we think about, when we're finding these things, we need to think about what are the potentials. What are the potentials?
Yeah.
Moving forward.
Yeah. So we would, wind, deluge. You got all kinds of animals that are coming. It's a whole lot of bad news, but we now have a great little shanty, little shelter here that's pretty cool looking. I don't know, nice little hut. That's I imagine the stones like maybe I don't know, used to like weigh it down maybe. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure, but that's what I'm looking for. It's described as a rugged shelter created from mud, fiber, wood, and rocks.
What they do, I know exactly what they're doing. So what they do is they'll dig a trench around the tent. Okay, they'll grab the dirt, they'll move the dirt over, so they have a little runway, so that when water or whatever comes off the tent, it goes into that runway. But then that access dirt, what they'll do is they'll stuff it right on the end of the tent and smash it down, because sometimes rocks, if you press into it, like when it gets condensation and you press onto the tent, that water comes in.
See, you know what? That's actually one thing that I wish that we would have been taught in the Army, or that's like more that I wish was more impressed upon, is just survival skills.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even though like we're usually, hopefully, like never in a position like where we have to use, like any kind of survival, instinct,
right.
or training. And so sure, you could, go into Sears training and such, and just like really get some hardcore, survival training. But I don't know. I wish that was something, that was a little bit more in, in basic training, but then I suppose, like for our current, modern army, it's kind of a waste of time, but I think it would have been interesting nonetheless, though.
Oh, yeah.
So
most definitely.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we've got, all right, 2 hearts each. And now we don't have to forage. We could just, starve through the night, and, not forage. But let's see, we've got a stone and a fiber now, because we used everything that we had to build this here shelter.
Okay, so we have a stone and a fiber.
Yeah.
Can you reiterate to us what fiber exactly is?
So fiber, I imagine it's like functional, like reeds or something.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just like it is a little bundle of, it's almost a lot like hay or just like reeds.
Okay. All right.
Such.
So it's kind of like hay. Okay.
Yep. So we've got fiber and stone, and we have no food. And
we have no food yet.
Yeah.
We need to find a stream.
Right?
Or a maple tree.
Right? That would be nice.
Yeah.
And so also we have no fire for the night. So wood would be nice. I don't know. Do we want everybody to forage, or maybe just like a couple of people to forage? So each one of our little crew here has 2 hearts left. So we have 6 hearts in all.
Okay.
And
I think it only takes one person to really like go forage.
Yeah. So let's all right. Yeah, let's go. So let's send one person out, and let's see what they find.
Okay.
All right. They found some wood.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know how that's going to help us, but okay, that's good.
Well, so we could at least start a fire.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We don't want to get eaten by insects again, and we want to keep the deer and the bears away.
Right. All right. Yeah. So let's fire it up.
All right. So we got the fire going.
Okay. So let's see what we got going on. The wolves. They came to welcome you to the neighborhood, but they're not leaving without dinner. All players lose 2 hearts, and fire reduces effect by 1. So then we all took 1.
Damn. Even the fire didn't help us.
So okay. Yeah, and because like the shelter is great against weather. But yeah, not so much wolves. Wolves, you need some we need some pointy sticks.
You know what? We should have did. We should have took the. Remember, we got the sticks, right?
Yep.
And we got the stone, right?
Right.
We should have took that hay that you was talking about.
Yeah.
We should have double knotted it, and we should have wrapped it around the stone and made like an arrow thing, so that we at least had like a dagger.
Right. Yeah.
Shit, I didn't even think about that.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, and so I have so each ticket, then has a thing. So each player has a item that they found, and so some of these items actually are fairly helpful. So one, for instance, is a flare gun. So this protects the whole camp from one animal attack. I don't know. Do we want them to maybe use that against the wolves? Do we want to do that?
Okay, say that again now. And then after this week, we're gonna have to go on break just for real quick.
Okay, doke. All right. Yeah. Well then. I guess we are going to take a break while we find out.
Ponder this.
Yeah. If
because that's what's killing us, man. We
right?
gotta think 2 steps ahead.
Right. So, yeah. So let's see if these wolves were scared off by our flare gun or not.
All right, we are gonna go on these messages, and when we come back, we're gonna like you said, we're gonna find out about the flare gun. So whatever we do, stay with us, don't go away. You're listening to the Aries Brood Show right here on the station that's let our veterans' voices be heard, MBR.
It's time for a vacation, and Fairway Travels is here to share great specials for you to choose from. Discover the charm and features of one of Sandal's 16 all-inclusive, luxury-included, adults-only resorts. Or a family-friendly beaches destination in the Caribbean. Or how about a couples resort in Jamaica? If cruising's your preference, get Thunderstroke aboard Carnival Cruise Lines or set sail on an award-winning Royal Caribbean ship. Join Virgin Voyages now for a wonderful adults-only sailing. It doesn't matter if you choose to travel by plane, train, automobile, cruise ship, or rowboat, we can help you reach your dream destination. Contact Fairway Travels today at 228-365-1012. That's 228-365-1012. Or email bookitnow247@gmail.com. Fairway Travels, where your journeys keep satisfying.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
All right. So I think this flare gun has scared off some wolves. I think that needs to happen.
Okay.
Yeah. So all right. So these wolves just yelp off into the distance, and we wake with our fire now little embers, as we are eagerly waiting for rescue whenever it should come, and we pray that it only have that it comes soon, So we've got two of our crew here has 4 hearts, and then another crew member with 3 hearts.
Now,
so
I got a question. In this game, when we lose hearts, I know that we lose hearts.
Yeah.
Can you gain them back?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Just by eating food,
Okay.
and so then that gives us hearts. So right now we have wood, a fiber, and a stone.
Okay.
So we can
we got wood, fiber, and a stone.
Yeah.
All right.
So we can make a spear.
Right.
A spear will be able to save us from an animal attack.
So, and you know what I would do is, since we have wood,
What's that?
I would try to find some like high ground, like a tree or something
Right.
that's not too high, and make like a platform so that we're at least up above.
Oh. Right? Yeah. That would
that'd
be great.
kind of eliminate being gnawed by wolves or bears,
Right?
Well, because that's the biggest thing that when you go camping, like if you ever go camping and you see like shoes or clothes or even like coolers or anything in trees, that's the reason why that's there. Is because you don't want to put it in your car, you don't want to put it in your tent, but you want to put it in a tree because bears usually, normally, bears don't climb trees. There are some, but normally they don't climb trees.
Yeah. I mean, because and you have to figure out, you have to figure why. I mean, like, bears, they're heavy. Now, granted, bears are strong. They are hella strong, but they would much rather knock a tree down, than actually climb it.
That's very true.
For sure.
That's very true.
So, all right. So, are we going to build a spear? We could do that.
Well, we can build a spear and build kind of a platform, right?
Yeah,
or is it one or the other?
We've got our little shelter here, and then we would have a fiber left over.
Okay.
So yeah, we can.
Yeah, let's totally do that. And with wood, like I know that there's logs and there's like twigs and stuff. We can actually take the twigs and kind of wrap them around like leaves or stuff like that, so that it makes it kind of like a cushion. All we need the trees for is like structure.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So unfortunately, by making this spear, we cannot have a fire. But I don't know. I think the odds are in our favor. I don't know. We at least have a spear, so that if anything should come, that would be able to do something about it. We'll see. All right. So night falls and we face the calm. Is anyone else nervous about how quiet it is tonight? No repercussions tonight. So, all right. So it was a nice quiet evening. And all right. So I don't know. Should we forage? Let's see. We've got a couple of our crew here are strapping with 4 hearts.
Is it daylight or nighttime?
Yeah. So it is. So we have just woken up.
Okay.
And
so it's daytime.
Yeah.
Daytime.
It's a very quiet evening.
So what I would say, since it's daytime, I would leave one person to kind of watch the camp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure that they get in a tree. Let's get in a tree in case they get mauled by bears or wolves or anything. Okay.
Right.
Just stay in a tree. All right. They give me the lookout. And then the other people go forage, because then not only can we gather like one thing, but we might be able to grab like 2 or 3 different items.
Right. Yeah. No. It's not a bad idea.
So let's do that.
So then we're going. Okay. So the 2 others that are foraging, they're gonna, let's see what they find.
Okay.
They find some wood and a stone. So
are we shuffling these things? I mean, this is the 3rd time that we've came up with that.
Hey, I mean, I guess, there's just not much to this island. There's not much on this island.
It must be Epstein's Island.
Like I looked over this whole island and here's some wood. Got wood and stone. What more do you want?
Carl, this island sucks.
All right. So, all right. So we've got wood and stone. Now we can use the wood to start a fire, or we can. Well, we've already made a spear, so we've got a spear, and we've got shelter. So we're doing pretty good. We're sitting pretty as far as like protection goes. So I don't know. Maybe we should make a fire. I think that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, we've already got hurt and killed by beetles or whatever the hell it is.
Right?
From now on, we're going to make a fire. Making a fire not just to stay warm, but that smoke it keeps that shit away. Now, if that smoke ever gets in front of you, I don't know if you've ever dealt with it, but like when you go campfiring, and that smoke gets in your eyes like really bad. White rabbit, white rabbit, white rabbit. Always say right rabbit. It always disappears.
Right? Yeah, and then when you move, then it just follows you.
Right? It follows you like a fart. Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, we got a nice little fire going, and night falls.
Night falls. Okay.
Oh no!
What now?
Heavy rain.
Son of a bitch.
A pluvial deluge. Wow, pluvial. I'll have to look that up.
Pluvial?
Pluvial.
What the hell's pluvial mean?
PLU.
Hold on.
VIAL.
VIAL.
Pluvial.
Let's see what the bat computer says.
Or pluvial. A pluvial deluge, if you will.
Basically, it's saying that it's raining cats and dogs.
Okay.
And it says the region has a pluvial climate with frequent downpours. So I'm guessing that this game, you can't be like under 12 to not tell me that somebody that's under 12 knows what the hell pluvial is. I didn't even learn that in high school.
So unsheltered players lose 2 hearts and no fire tomorrow night, but we are sheltered. So there.
Okay.
Take that, your pluvial deluge. No. But it completely screwed our campsite. So it is
gone.
Yeah.
It's now we're starting over.
Well, just that we can't make a fire. So
okay,
yeah.
So next time we get
our wood is soaked.
Let's just say that the next time we draw wood, because it's gonna happen because of this island. I feel like on Groundhog's Day. when we're on this island, let the very first thing, let's make sure that we make like a wood dry camp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's try to make a wood dry camp, because we can kind of get away with without making a spear if we make the platform on the tree or whatever.
If we had like another windstorm or something,
right.
Maybe dry out this wood or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be great. No. But all right. So all of our crew here has 3 hearts each. And so I don't know, do we want them each to go out and forage?
How many people do we have now?
So we've got 3 people.
We got 3 people.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
all right, so let's do this. We're going to gamble. We're going to see how it happens. All right.
Okay.
Let's all 3 of us, because I don't think anybody's on this island. Like, why are we sticking somebody? We don't have any food. We don't worry about that shit. Put the food up in the air. Let's all 3 of us go scavenger and see what happens.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So, okay. So we have found wood.
All right.
And a stone.
Shocker.
And more wood.
Oh, shocker.
Right. So we've got wood and stone.
Okay, so we now, do we have wood and stone, or do we have wood and stone?
Wood and stone.
Okay, so man, this place sucks.
I know, right? So God,
all right.
Yeah, we've already got a spear, so so I guess we could just.
So we already have a spear. We already have a platform.
Yeah, we've got our little shelter.
So let's go ahead. Since we have this, let's go ahead and make a firewood thing, and then we have some extra wood left, right?
Yes, we sure do.
Okay, let's go, and we have the spear. Let's go ahead and shape the, let's cut the wood to make points. Let's make a fence around it. That way, that will protect us a little bit more.
All right. Yeah. I like that. All right. So night falls And it is a heavy rain.
Okay.
Now, soaked is the new damp.
Okay.
So unsheltered players lose 2 hearts. No fire tomorrow night. Oh, you know what? We couldn't have made a fire because of the last deluge that we had. I forgot about that. So but then it just rained again. So but all right, but we're chilling in our shelter, so we didn't take any damage because of this this great little shelter that we have made. Yeah. So all right, so our 3 folks here are now sitting at 2 hearts each.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't know. Do we want to forage or just I don't know, see what the night has to bring us? And we can't make wood, or we can't make fire because it has rained for the last 2 days.
Right.
So all of our stuff is waterlogged.
And right now it's night or day.
So now it is day.
Okay.
Yes.
Can we go forage again?
We sure can.
Let's go forage again.
Okay.
I mean, we're not doing anything else.
Should everybody go?
Yeah,
Or-
let's do that. Let's
All right.
because we have that platform in the tree, and we have the. I can just see it.
All right. So everybody's down to 1 heart on our team. But we found a disgusting and nutritious grub and some wood
Okay.
and some brutally sour currents.
Hey, brutal.
So-
What, okay,
so,
hold on. Before I get excited, what are
yeah.
currents?
You know, so as per the picture, they look a lot like grapes.
Oh,
but,
okay. All right. Okay. So
yeah,
it's food.
or berries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, when you
So-
say currents, I'm like, what the hell? Okay. All right. So we've got some food
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. So we've got 2 hearts worth of food here.
Okay. So
And
let's
some wood.
make sure that we have any extra wood, that we make another platform, put it on another tree, so that we can hang that food in that platform, that tree.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and we will need to perhaps. Oh wait, no, we can't.
But
I was going to say we should make a fire, but we can't make a fire because everything's waterlogged.
I tell you what, well, let's go on break.
All right.
We're gonna shuffle those cards. We're gonna shuffle those cards, and when we come back from break, then we'll go forage again, right?
All right.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So let's do that. We'll be back. We're gonna go shuffle, and we're gonna go forage, and then I have no idea else what it is. This island sucks.
Right?
You're listening to the Aries Brood show right here on the station that's letting our veterans' voices be heard. MBR. Let's see. What do we want to hear? I want to hear some. Oh, I love this song. Matt McClure. It is The Shore. So stay with us. Don't go away, everybody.
Out of balance and you fell into the ocean again. My heart was sinking when I saw you didn't know how to swim. Tried to pull you out. You said just let me drown. You won't let go of all the things that bring you down. Then I jumped into the water. Darkness covered my head. You pulled me down into the deep. I tried to give you my breath, but you didn't care. I touched your face and said, I've gotta let you go. I'm running out of air. Ooh, I can finally see you. Don't give a fuck about me. What was I fighting for? I guess I'll never know. Can't do this anymore. I'm swimming for the shore. Took off my cape. This superhero will not save you again. You are the one who wears a mask. You are the one who pretends that you don't need Maybe the bravest thing I can do is to save myself. I can finally see you. Don't give a fuck about me. What was I fighting for? I guess I'll never know. Can't do this anymore. I'm swimming for the shore. Tried to give you my breath, but I've got nothing left. Maybe the bravest thing I can do is to save myself. Fuck about me. What was I fighting for? I guess I'll never know. Can't do this anymore. I'm swimming for the shore.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
All right, we are playing Ravine, and let's see if we can do this anymore.
All right. Well, I hope you shuffled those things. God bless it.
All right, so we've got a grub and a current here.
Did you already pick it?
We've got so we've got these from the last turn here. We've got 3 people.
Okay.
So 2 people.
All right, so we already forged. We already forged.
Yes, we've got a night coming up to us. So I don't know.
We forged, and what would we come up with?
So this grub and current.
Okay.
Do we want to spread them around? So like maybe 1 heart each, or I don't know, or should we give it all to one person, or I don't know. What do we want to do with this?
Do we have water?
Grub and I think like with a grub and a current, you could probably squish them together and make like a jelly, I imagine.
Okay. Well, we have water, right?
I'm sure there's a shore there. Yeah.
Okay. Let's wait.
On this side.
Let's wait.
Yeah.
Let's wait. There's no use of feeding one person when all of us can eat together.
Well, see, but you never know what's going to happen during the night.
Well, that's true.
So,
that's true.
I don't know. So I think somebody's gonna grub this up. Somebody's gonna gotta eat it, because I don't know. We might lose somebody in the evening. Who knows?
Do we have pictures? Like how much do they weigh? I mean, are we looking at like Anorex Bobby or something here? You know,
we've got Beth, Brady, and Mr. Linst. So.
Oh man,
I don't know.
I say we chance it. I say we just hold off. We got water, and we just hold off 1 turn, and we go forge again, and then we'll see if we got it.
All right. So, should we? Oh, wait. Oh, I was gonna say that we should make a fire, but we can't because it rained like crazy. All right. So, then night comes. Oh, okay. The bear, starved for food. A huge bear wanders into your camp hoping to find a fresh meal, and it does.
How? How? We have a damn fence. This game is shit.
This is an animal attack, and all players lose 2 hearts, and any shelter is destroyed, except we have a spear. So since this is an animal attack, then we can repel an animal attack. So
if we rebel, that means that we have food now because we killed him, right?
right. You would think that
we'll skin it, and now we have cover, and now we have more like tent and stuff. Okay,
right?
So we're good.
You hope. We hope.
Okay.
All right. So the night comes.
Okay.
And we are rescued.
There we go. I'm telling you what.
Awesome.
Bazinga.
Cool
story, bro.
And they get to see this fancy shelter that we built, and I don't know, all this the grub jelly that we made,
right?
And but yeah, so that is Ravine.
That is Ravine.
Yeah. So made by a local Boulder guy, and
we need to get him in here,
right?
So that we can talk to him.
Yeah.
Like, what inspired you to make this game? And your island sucks,
right?
You need an island. Well, I mean, come on, give me something more than wood. I mean, seriously,
right?
Even in Monopoly, they've got more things than a chance card.
I mean, yeah. Granted, now in Monopoly, you just got money and more money, or lack of money, but but yeah. So and then there is also, when you got, like a group that you are familiar with, then when you're down to like one heart, then you've even got like some crazy cards that you start pulling, because you're starting to hallucinate and whatnot.
Right.
And, so then like some of these cards, just have you act out stuff in the table, or just behave strangely and stuff. So it can be fun in that way as well.
Okay.
And then there's all kinds of fun stuff that can kind of happen.
So I like these role-playing. This is like really the first role-playing game that we played, right? Because the other ones were board games. I like the role play because you can kind of think of things like off the fly and stuff like that,
Well, and I think that's the fun thing about a lot of card games, or games that don't have like a traditional board and stuff, is that then it's all theater of the mind.
Right.
You can imagine what your shelter looks like. You can imagine what your little,
just like choose your adventure book. Remember that shit? I love that stuff. And you think, well, I'm going to go through the choose your adventure, and I'm going to be a good person. And, and when you find the money, you're going to give it back. And then, it's like, well, this sucks. This was a short game,
Yeah, for sure. And I like it because there's just like some fun little choices, and you can be selfish if you want to, you can be, generous if you want to, and also like it's a fast enough play, that you can play again and again pretty quickly, so yeah, it's a fun game that I've really enjoyed, and especially like if you get up to like 6 players or something, then like I said, you got more mouths to feed and stuff, and you can just there's more there's more stuff going on,
right.
But yeah, it's one that's always been a favorite of mine lately, and especially since it's easy enough to, like, if you've got a group that is fairly new to board games, or just heck, I don't know, even being social, there's enough social decisions in the game that that aren't too complicated, and so there's a little free agency. stuff. So, but yeah, I really enjoy.
Well, hey, before we go on to whatever we do next, we want to say MJ and Tracer and Farron, we really appreciate you tuning in, and yeah, thanks for coming by. Okay, so I gotta say, man, I'd rather do these role games than the board games because at least you can kind of make fun of it. You can't really make fun of a board game. Well, you can try, but
well, in a board game, really just kind of like already decides what it is. Like you can look at the board and exactly what it is, already because it's clear. But I think like with this, the imagination is so much a part, of what it is, or what's like actually like happening, that that you just kind of are a little bit more open, to using your imagination and such. And so yeah, it's a good time. So but yeah, if you liked this game, then there's more where that came from, and we can certainly do more of those in the future for sure.
Yes, and before I forget about it, there's something new that we have here at MBR. We have, if you go to our website, mbradio.us, and you go to the schedule, you go to the talk schedule, you go to Wednesday. I'm getting ready to put the link up, but you not only can be a guest, but you can also be a guest co-host, and you also can participate in one of these board games. You'll learn something, plus you can have some fun. I'm getting ready to put the link in the description and the comments here, and go to that link. Check out Lucas's page. All right, you can find a little bit about him. You can find a little bit about his bio. He is a Navy corpsman, right?
Oh,
Army.
I wish I was a Navy corpsman, just because, or a Marine corpsman, just because like I feel like they were trained so much better than combat medics. But no, I was a Army combat medic, and and God bless us. I think we did the best that we could with what we had. But yeah, I loved my time as a combat medic, and and I feel that it was the best job in the Army, and I felt that it was really an opportunity, to be creative with the tools that you had, and and you were able to do good without and this sounds bad, but without the liability,
right?
Because like in the civil sector, there's a whole lot of rules and liability.
Yeah, that is true. When there was I wasn't involved, but we had a guy that got shot, and there was a medic there. And one thing that I learned by like watching, was I didn't know that like the best thing that you can do to like stop bleeding before you put like a tampon in like hole or whatever, a credit card. He took like a library card, I think it was a library card, and he put it against the skin, and like with the blood and everything, it actually seals it up better than it does if you put like a thing. There's interesting things. So when you win as a medic, you kind of want to be like MacGyver then.
Oh yeah. I mean, we did a suture of a guy's knee after only one class. We had one class days ago, days prior to this guy tripping and just shanking his knee with this rock. And yeah, we did a suture, like the next day, and all of us, we called up our PA, who was, like a day's drive away, and we're just like, hey, we've got a guy with a hole in his knee, and he was like, well, you know where the suture kit is, and so we're just like, we've done a class, on sutures, and we we did it. I think I did it the best that I knew how. But yeah, it was funny, I mean, we just kind of did, the best that we could with what we had. So but yeah, I loved being a medic. Being a medic was best job in the Army by far. Loved it.
I remember I was I think I was in headquarters for like one rotation of a field exercise. I mean, that's how long I lasted in headquarters. Yeah, I wasn't great. Like, the only thing that I loved about headquarters is, like, while everybody's out training, like, we're sleeping. And, like, while everybody's sleeping, then we're, like, up doing stuff. That was the only thing that I liked about it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Everything else, oh, it sucked. I hated headquarters. Hey, go shred some paper. Or in Germany, we didn't shred the paper, we burnt it. Right. Go burn. Oh, it was stupid. I don't know how many Gore-Tex pants I lost because I had to stir shit all the time.
Oh yeah. No, Yep. I mean, I am very thankful, that the PACT Act, is now a thing, and that they are now kind of, pursuing, like those of us, that were around the burn pits day in, day out for God knows how long. So like in both of my deployments, Iraq and Afghanistan, both, then we had we had burn pits, and in Iraq, I mean, like, God, we were like less than 100 yards away from, like the burn pit,
right,
for nearly a year.
Dude, but the burn pit was right behind my pooch. Pooch, whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Right. Yeah. So no, I'm glad that they're finally looking into that. I mean, it should be common sense, to look into it for sure.
So before we get out of here, because I'm taking the games over. Before we get out of here, what are we playing next week?
That's a good question. No, I love playing games, and there's there's many games that we could play. But to play games, you need people to play with. So
we're tired of playing with ourselves.
Right.
So I'm raw over here.
So there are some solo role-playing games that we could do, which I could do. I mean, but I don't wanna.
Right?
I don't wanna. So yeah, when we have some some players, I would love to dip into some role-playing games, because I love being a game master of role-playing game. Being a game master is a lot of fun. It's guided make believe, and you're able to tell all kinds of very creative stories. And so
now, do you have a group that you have that meet every single week or whatever that you do this kind of? I mean, you have the show,
sure,
which is kind of cool, but do you have a group that you have a regular occurrence? Because the group, the two individuals that you had last time here.
Oh yeah. So so if you have seen any of our past podcasts, then these are some folks that I have played with, like on occasion. So, and I hope that you're as lucky where you are, but here in Denver, you could essentially go to a game group virtually every day if you wanted to, and so they are literally that frequent. So there are game groups all over the place. I like to go to Wizard's Chest. Wizard's Chest is it's a great board game shop that is in the Denver metro area, and that one, the Pirate Borg and a lot of what's called OSR or old school revival, role playing games. Um, those games, they really, I don't know, they've just seen like a resurgence in popularity, and so they are able to be played at Wizard's Chest, and so I frequent that one once a month. That one is put on by Ship of the Dead role playing game club, and so that actually is even put together by Luke Stratton and Tyler Stratton, both brothers that created Pirate Borg. And so there's always a Pirate Borg game that is there. Fantastic pirate role-playing game. And so there is that club, which find it, love it. It's so good. I hope that you're able to, to just find some role-playing game groups like nearest to you. But there really is like gaming groups essentially like every day of the week.
Oh yeah.
Here in Denver. So
all right.
But yeah, so
we ready to blow this popsicle stand?
Yeah, but by all means, let us know, like what you would like to see. There are so many role-playing games out there, and if there's one that I haven't covered, and I'm sure that there is, then let me know about it, because I love finding like new role-playing games,
right?
Too, and so like
we should look at ChatGPT and see some, because even you said there's a bunch. Winter's coming up. You felt it this morning.
Yeah, and so and also Halloween is in the horizon, yes. and so I think we're gonna be busting out the spooky games soon.
Ooh.
And so that'll happen for sure.
All right. So, well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, Lucas, you brought life to the game. You taught, and I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too, and I hope all of our friends that were listening and viewing had a lot of fun. And you know what? You can check us out here every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And once again, as always, here at MBR, we're here for you, not for us, giving our veterans a voice. Have a good one, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Take care.